Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
So, show me the picture, but I got to give it the weight that you're forcing me to give it because it's just not necessarily enough. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, if you'll look at exhibit... well, no.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness.
Stop. Is that true?
I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something.
That's not going to happen. Not up in here. Not today.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Jordan Blake claims he needed medical attention after he was hurt at a company axe throwing event and says the defendant created the dangerous situation.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Mr. Blake is suing Ross Sanders in the amount of $1,408.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Third Deputy Thomas. Talk to me, Mr. Blake. You like to do axe throwing, I see.
Yes, sir.
Anything
for my father-in-law.
And why were you doing this for your father-in-law, engaging in this type of activity?
Yeah, so, Your Honor, this was about a year ago. I had just started at a new firm, so I'm a senior copywriter for ads, and my father-in-law just happens to own this firm, so he did give me that job because at the time I was set
Were you already in the family or what?
And at the time I was getting ready to marry his daughter. We'd been dating for about 2 years.
Okay, and so you all are currently married?
Yes, we are married now.
Okay, so you're doing this, and what does that have to do with you being at this particular place when you're throwing the axe and something happens with you?
Sure. So as a bonding event, as I'm getting to know everybody at the company, my boss, my father-in-law, decides to go to axe throwing. He loves axe throwing.
Had you ever done it before?
I had never done it. This is my first time.
Okay.
But I was going to do whatever
I've never done it either. Have you done it, Deputy Thomas?
Done it twice. It's very interesting.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was, except that the person next to us hit the target and it came back. And it was like, okay, I'm not standing next to them.
Wait, I think you're foreshadowing what happened here. Isn't that what you experienced, sir?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, so we're there for about an hour. You know, it's kind of fun. I had a beer, I'm opening up, and we're all having a good time. So now I'm up. It's my turn to get up and to throw the axe. So this is my first time doing it.
Why do I feel like I should say, uh-oh, here we go?
Yeah, so I take the axe and I throw it. We're in these narrowly defined lanes. Our group had about 3 lanes altogether. It was about 35 people. So I throw the axe, it hits the target, and then it bounces back. It rebounds towards me.
The very thing that Deputy Thomas said.
Absolutely. So I'm backing up. It actually, when it hit the ground, it's sliding towards me. So I back up, and all of a sudden I bump into somebody who's right behind me. I'm thinking that there's supposed to be a safety buffer there, but it wasn't there.
Well, you knew who was behind you before you stepped up and threw, right?
Well, at the time, it was just my colleagues, but they were watching me, so they were out of the way. These are people I didn't know who I bumped into.
Okay.
So I bump into the people behind me. I lose my balance because I wasn't expecting them to be there.
Let me ask you this to Mr. Sanders. Were you present when this was taking place that particular day?
I was not present, but I do have staff that are there specifically to ensure that all patrons follow the rules of the establishment, which specifies that there's only to be one person in the safety area at a time. And they're to make sure that there's no one else in that safety area. They will not allow anyone to throw an axe if that's the case.
Are you the owner? You're the manager?
I'm the owner of the establishment.
How many employees do you have?
We have 4 employees, including a guide, somebody who advises each patron.
So how many total are we talking?
There would be 5, yeah.
You have 5?
Right.
All right. How long have you owned the establishment, Mr. Sanders?
I've owned it 5 years, since COVID.
Okay. And I'm hearing more and more about axe throwing.
Yes, people love this. It gives them people a chance to throw a real axe against a target as a form of entertainment, activity, fun, and it's great for dates too. They love that.
So Deputy Thomas didn't know what Mr. Blake was going to be talking about in terms of that rebounding of the axe. Does it happen that frequently?
Well, it does happen on occasion. You know, this is not like a dart where it's aerodynamic. The axes tend to have occasionally
well, axes by nature are not designed for us to be out there having a good time drinking beer and hanging out. Oh, let's just throw some axes around and see what happens.
Yes.
For giggles.
And that's why we have a lot of safety protocols to ensure that it's a safe environment for everybody.
You weren't there, so you can't testify to the conditions on that particular day or at that particular time, correct?
Correct, but...
Hold on, there's no but. There's a period and then a new sentence.
Coming up on America's Court.
I say that because the photos that I have,
so
it doesn't matter the
what
time
exhibit
and place.
do you want me to see? Because here's the issue. Did you suffer injury?
Absolutely. I'm still in pain.
It's a rhetorical question.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Jordan Blake, who is suing Ross Sanders for negligence.
You don't have any of your employees here that could testify that this is what they observed being there, unless there's somebody that's waiting in the back. Do you have any of your employees?
No, I don't have anybody here.
Do you have at least a signed notarization of a statement that they would have said indicating what took place?
Well,
Because you talked about evidence, but the evidence that you may be interested in proffering is not necessarily the evidence that's going to move your case one way or the other.
The evidence about the actual employees that I trust to supervise
this is not about trusting the employees. It's about, I don't even know who these people are. So how would I know that the information that you're conveying?
I understand, but I would like to present at least evidence.
Hold on a moment.
Okay.
What I'm saying is there's certain evidence that I would need to help me.
Yes.
One of them would be a direct person's testimony. In lieu of that direct person's testimony, if I at least had something that was signed and notarized from someone, and you don't have either of those things.
No.
All right, so let's stick a pin in that. Let's go back to you. Just because I'm asking these things of Mr. Sanders doesn't mean that the burden doesn't still lie with you to convince the court that you should be entitled to get this money. You follow me?
Yes, sir.
What is it that you have that helps your case?
Yes, so earlier after I fell, I slammed my arm into the bar table right behind me, and my elbow goes like that, and it hits it right here. This is the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It's like when you get your funny bone and it's hit, but even worse. Yes. So I crawl down because I fall on the floor, I'm in a lot of pain, and then I look at my watch, and my watch is completely destroyed. So now my body is in pain, my watch is messed up. One of the staff people came over, there weren't that many there, runs over, and my friends gather around me. I'm thinking I need to get to the emergency room or urgent care, so I get the ride share and I head straight there. So, Your Honor, you can
have medical expenses that you sustained?
Yes, sir.
And you have the broken watch?
Yes, sir.
And whatever discomfort you experience as a result in terms of your total loss?
Yes, sir. I do have exhibits.
Whatever you have, I'll take a look at it.
All right, cool.
Please.
I'll take everything.
And while I'm looking at his evidence, Mr. Sanders, what is it that you wanted to present to me that strengthens your position?
Well, I would like to present a waiver that this person had signed.
All right. Let me hold. Yes. Mr. Blake.
Okay.
That's it?
Did you sign a waiver with the business in terms of understanding the inherent risk of axe throwing?
Yes, sir. I did not sign a waiver that talked about the inherent risk of overcapacity, but there was acknowledgement that...
Well, hold on a moment. How are we able to determine that the place was in a position of being overcapacity?
Yes, sir. So I do have the evidence that I share with you from the urgent care.
Now, what does the urgent care have to do with the capacity of the facility?
So in order for, so after I was sent home, my colleague, Brad, who was at the event, texted me, right? He texted me to check on me.
Do you have proof of the text?
I do not have proof of the text,
Okay.
but...
Is Brad here?
He's not, but what he did was, when I talked, he told me...
You keep saying but. You already heard me say
well,
how
I do have
works.
in evidence. I do have pictures that he sent me. I wanted to set it up. Basically, when we talked, he said that...
Is there a timestamp on the pictures?
There's not a... not
because
on
how
this.
would I know that those pictures were taken on that particular day and time?
That's a good point. I've got I've got two photos.
Because all I
though.
do is come up with bad points. So,
I've got two photos. One is of the room at max capacity.
Who took the photo?
So Brad took it after I left.
So one, Brad's not here.
Right.
To authenticate, I just have you telling me this.
Yes.
I don't even know if there is a Brad.
There's definitely a Brad. He's one of my favorite people at my job.
For all I know, Brad could be this imaginary person. All I'm saying is, you're coming to court. You're telling me something that Brad really should be telling me himself. And so you're saying, just take my word for it that what I'm telling you is true. But that's circumstantial evidence. I don't have any direct evidence from anyone other than you. And what you're saying is only strengthening your own position. So show me the picture, but I got to give it the weight that you're forcing me to give it because it's just not necessarily enough. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, if you'll look at exhibit... well, no. I say that because the photos that I have, it doesn't matter the time and place.
What exhibit do you want me to see? Because
yes.
here's the issue. Did you suffer injury?
Absolutely. I'm still in pain.
It's a rhetorical question.
Coming up on America's Court.
It's got the number, it's got the address, it's got the website, it's got a breakdown of costs. See, this is inherently credible, reliable information that I can work with. You with me so far?
Yes.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Jordan Blake, who is suing Ross Sanders for negligence.
Did you suffer injury? Probably. Does the evidence from the urgent care invoice support that you sustained an injury?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I see that it is a location here in Los Angeles. It's got the number, it's got the address, it's got the website, it's got a breakdown of costs. See, this is inherently credible, reliable information that I can work with. You with me so far?
Yes.
All right, then the next thing that you have is showing that you had to get your watch. Did you get it repaired or you bought a new one?
So this is the original receipt from when it was purchased. It actually was bought by my fiance. So I need the money today to be able to replace the watch.
So the amount of money that you're asking for would be to replace a brand new watch, and there was some depreciation, so we would have to take that into account. So you have a sign saying maximum capacity of 60 people,
yes, sir.
And there's no one in the picture.
Yeah, so there's two pictures.
So what does
here.
that sign tell me?
So this sign, and Mr. Sanders can testify, this sign is from his establishment.
Let's assume that's true.
Yes. And
how does the sign help me?
Because if you look at then the next photo, this is a photo that Brad sent me, and the place is packed. This, you can tell, there are way more than 60 people in this picture.
Your Honor, if I could just say, he brought 35 people with him. We have 3 lanes.
Well, you're looking at this picture. Is that reflective of your establishment on a typical night?
It looks a little bit crowded than it usually is.
Coming up on America's Court.
See, the issue that we're having here with both of you is that you want me to just hear these stories and just take your word for it. That's not how the law works.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Jordan Blake, who is suing Ross Sanders for negligence.
Well, I'm looking at the woman that's in the closest up to the picture.
Right.
Versus all the way in the back, there seems to be a little bit more congestion. So this picture helps me to some extent, especially if you can authenticate it and say to me, that is my place. Now, if you said, this is not my establishment, I don't know where this is, but you have helped me actually say, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. That still doesn't tell me in the particular moment, was it later? Was it after the fact? Were you all there early? What was the crowd when you were actually there, and what did the crowd look like behind you?
Sure. So my team, when we first got there, we were the only ones there. It was just us, our group,
See,
and
that's
we
not
started
consistent
filling
with
in.
that picture.
Well, no, this picture was taken after I left by Brad.
So how does that help for me to see a picture of conditions that weren't in effect while you were there?
I think it's safe to say that if any time thereafter that I was there and there were ever this many people, I think that speaks for itself.
You're saying when you were there, this was not the crowd.
That was when I first got there.
I understand, but when you first got there, that's when you were doing the axe throwing.
It was about an hour in.
Okay. See, the issue that we're having here with both of you is that you want me to just hear these stories and just take your word for it. That's not how the law works. You got to give me information that actually says this is why you should support my position.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
You did sign a release acknowledging of the inherent risks associated with axe throwing. You release any waiver of liability.
Your Honor, that waiver is null and void. It assumes that
Oh, you're a lawyer now.
Well, I believe that the environment wasn't made safe. There were so many
answer.
people behind me.
Who determines whether or not there should be a nullification of the contract?
The language,
the
sir.
fact finder in the case. And you know who that is? Oh, I know. Pick me. Boss Ross. In order for you to say that the contract should be nullified, you have to prove beyond a preponderance of evidence that that was the case, that there was some sort of defect in his establishment.
What about my pictures, Your Honor?
Your picture is not of the time and circumstances while you were throwing.
But doesn't this show, bad management? If you would ever allow your establishment to be that full,
Sir,
I think that speaks its character,
based
right?
on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel is going to come down in favor of the defendant, Mr. Sanders, because you have not been able to sustain your burden. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case has been dismissed.
Well, I'd just like to say I wanted to invite the bailiff to come and visit our establishment and bring a date with him. I think he'd have a great time.
Don't throw axes. You might get hurt.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.